Halo 2 shines in a lot of ways and it stumbles in a lot of other ways. While the game itself is a good time for some classic Halo and a great choice for a genuine 2000s multiplayer experience, its rushed development resulted in a whole host of bugs, balancing, and difficulty issues. As an example, playing this game on Legendary is basically asking for... Wait, I already wrote the script. One sec. Ah, there it is. Okay. In Halo 2, you take on the role of the Master Chief. This time he's got a slick new suit, dies a ton, and can use 2 guns. But wait, there's more. You also take on the role of the Arbiter, a disgraced Sangheili sent on a suicide mission in order to find redemption. The game is far more punishingly difficult than Halo Combat Evolved, and sometimes unfairly so. Where we get faster shields, our health is also gone, meaning many things are a one-shot kill, where Combat Evolved sometimes gave you the opportunity to bounce back from a fatal mistake. This made playing the game on Legendary near impossible, and on Heroic just cartoonishly hard, which generally spoiled the experience along with a lot of the bugginess of the game. However, with new features and weapons, the open-endedness of the first game is extended even further. While dual wielding might ultimately be useless in certain situations, in others it's just a blast. Along with this, I found weapons in the game to be a lot more versatile, and ended up not just picking a favorite 3 weapons like I did in Halo Combat Evolved. Instead, I was usually picking up and trying everything I could find, and having a great time doing so. But where Halo 2 as a single-player game really shines is its brilliant story. Just as a quick side note, I'm not going to recap the whole story like I did last time, but there will be spoilers, so skip to this time if you don't want any spoilers. This game's story is one of the first video game stories I remember that had heavy-hitting themes while being something that wasn't a JRPG. Here, the name of the game is Disillusionment. While Master Chief's story is your average, save the universe, John, we don't want to die, John, 117, get your gun, I need a weapon. It's juxtaposed with the Arbiter's story, a story of someone feeling like he has failed and lost his salvation and is willing to die for a people who have fully rejected him. But suddenly he is shown that what he believed for so long was so far from the truth.
But you will find no salvation on this ring. Those who built this place knew what they wrought. Do not mistake their intent, or all will perish as they did before.
And sadly realized this after it was too late and a genocide of his people had suddenly begun. Creating a schism within the Covenant that would send ripples throughout the series. One of my favorite scenes in the game is when you're playing as the Chief, seeing the elites and brutes slaughter each other in high charity. Over the loudspeakers you just hear the Prophet, the leader of the Covenant, boast about how unified the Covenant are.
Creatures of the Covenant, the path is broad and we shall walk it side by side. The parasite did not defeat the Forerunners, and it shall not defeat us.
It's a perfect example of show what's going on without having some stupid NPC tell you what's happening. I mean, story beats before already tell you that the Covenant have cast aside the Sangheili, these guys, but what this shows communicates so much more. It communicates that this has sparked a civil war. It also communicates that even in the midst of a literal civil war, the leaders of the Covenant are only interested in maintaining their hold on the minds of their followers. It tells you everything you need to know about the game's antagonizing force in less than a minute of gameplay. Anyways, that's about it for that. Now onto some problems I have with the single player. Like I said, the game is just way too difficult. There's a reason it took me like 5 ever to make this video, and it's those flippin' jackal snipers. They seem to have pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah, so sometimes the unfair difficulty can really sour the experience, and it's got like a ton of bugs, but to be completely fair to Bungie, it was a very, very rushed game. And I have to still ask myself, did I have a lot of fun with it? And yeah, I had tons of fun with the campaign. Despite the difficulty and the bugginess, I played through the entire game on Heroic and had a great time. I don't dare touch it on Legendary. Not yet, at least.
The multiplayer of this game was extremely influential and has taken the hearts of a lot of people, but I must say I still prefer Halo Combat Evolved. Halo 2's multiplayer has a lot of things going for it, and maybe that's why it's hard to have fun when you die so flipping fast, but I feel like there's a better opportunity for good plays in other FPS games in general and other Halo games as well. Meanwhile, I must comment on the remake. Halo 2 Anniversary is probably my favorite multiplayer FPS experience. And everything is just a bit better balanced against the original's BR dominance in the multiplayer space. Generally, Halo 2 is a fun but still rather flawed game. I generally find this title weaker than Halo Combat Evolved, but still very good. I think I'd give this a "Thanks Bungie, very cool" out of 10. They did it again, ladies and gentlemen. With the expansion of Halo as a franchise, as did its influence on storytelling and games start to really blossom after this particular era, and I can't help but think the success of Halo 2 had something to do with it. On top of which, online multiplayer, while this was something that existed since PCs could connect to networks, the online multiplayer experience of consoles was not really clearly defined until Halo 2 hit the scene. The whole works, lobby rage, calling opponents slurs, trolling, it all really began with Halo 2's robust matchmaking server fighting system. And we really wouldn't have it any other way, would we?
You have Uno, you
On top of this, we had an expansion of Machinima with the new game coming out and a continuation of some popular shows and some new videos that really began to kill it.
Killable bastard.
The game was also ported to this war crime and still works to this day due to the hard work of modders, and those servers are still active on top of syslink tunneling services on the original, and of course, the Master Chief Collection. While it does not have the expansive mod support of Custom Edition, it still has a sense of new life being playable on PC in 2020, and again, I'd still recommend picking this one up and trying it out. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm sorry this took like forever to get out. Along with this, I'm just uploading at the same time both parts of the video together. I just got really burned out on the series randomly, and so that's why it took me close to a year, I think, to get this done. But yeah, I'm going to space these out a little bit. I'm going to start working on Halo 3. You'll see me streaming Halo 3, but don't take that as I'm working on the video right now. I have a lot of other videos, kind of in the works. So, anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoy making these videos, and yeah, see you guys on the flip side.